crazy couple of weeks. A lot of you have been missing me. A lot of you have been sending me messages asking where I am, what I'm doing. So I finally figured out how to do a Facebook Live because it seems that I have been censored from doing so, even on my business page. My personal page was reported as abusive by somebody who does not like me, and my profile got deleted basically. Luckily, I was still able to download all of my posts and everything that I've done from there. And it just seems with this coronavirus, nobody's at Facebook at the moment to be able to help me. So that's okay. We're in this space. It's actually given me an incredible kick up the bum to show up in a different way with the world and with the universe. And so I really wanted to impart that onto you today and give you some of the wisdom that's come through to me in relation to how to show up in the world right now, especially in your business in a profitable way when it seems like everybody's struggling with money and there's no money going around and the economies are breaking and everything's going to shit, right? So how can we defy that and step into the true rich psychic goddess that we are and take a challenging situation and capitalize on it and turn it into a magical situation, right? And so I really just wanted to come on and share that wisdom with you all, because I've had a lot of people messaging me, freaking out that their clients are turning around and saying, no, we don't want to continue working with you, or clients that we're going to sign up and now going out the window. And people are just fearing that everything is turning to shit. Everything is failing. Hey, Alicia. And I really just wanted to come on and change that for you, because that is not true, okay? It's only true if you believe it. And we're all here to bring our magic to the planet, especially when the planet needs it, and the planet needs it right now. And what I'm seeing is a lot of people are buying into fear, are buying into this belief that there's no money going around, buying into this paradigm that the world is changing and that people aren't wanting to invest anymore. People are too scared to invest. And so I just wanted to help you break down that paradigm so that you can show up in the most magical way you've ever shown up, okay? So what needs to change is this concept of being isolated and being on a bit of a holiday, that a forced holiday, and feeling the weight of the world and the fear of the world on your shoulders, especially if you're empathic, and feeling like there's nothing you can do about it because you're only so small, right? You're only this big and the world needs somebody this big right now. And that's really not true, because if we all do our part, we all create a super organism that helps the planet in a really big way. So rather than feeling this weight on you, like this heaviness, this uncreativity, this lack of motivation that a lot of people have been feeling because they're feeling fear, because they're feeling despair, right? This literally closes your crown chakra down, meaning guidance and information cannot come to you, right? In that space, in that space of fear and despair and trepidation, right? Our crowns are not open, and we're fully relying on our external reality to give us a sense of normality, to give us a sign that we're going to be okay. And when we do that, when we're not allowing ourselves to be guided, we're not allowing ourselves to be creative, we're not allowing ourselves to find solutions, right? We're looking to other people to tell us that things are going to be okay. We're looking to the media, we're looking to our friends, or we're looking to groups, or we're looking to news articles, or we're looking to blogs, right, of external validation that we're going to be okay. And this causes confusion, it causes anxiety, it causes us to basically shut down. And in that shutdown, do we lose our creativity and our sense of passion and focus for what we're here to do? So how do we shift that right now with the state of the planet, feeling like we're living in a dystopia, right? How do we shift that? The most profitable and magical way you can show up right now is to use this downtime to get into your creative genius. Literally, tell the fear, fuck off. I am here to create magic. And even though things appear slow right now and I may not be making as much money as I used to be, or all these clients have fallen off or whatever, refuse to believe that. And instead, show up in your creative genius, whether that's online or whether that's writing that book you've been saying for ages you're going to start writing. I'm literally starting writing mine today. I've been telling myself for a year I need to start writing it. So I've had enough of that story, right? And I'm telling myself now is the time. I don't care what the external world looks like. It's not going to stop me from living in my genius, right? I'm here to change the planet. And just because the planet's in chaos right now doesn't mean I get to stop and not do anything. I need to show up to change it, right? And to me, that hasn't been showing up on Facebook every day, obviously, because I've been kicked off Facebook. So I've had to learn to show up in a different way. And that's really been by going inward in myself. And really what I've been doing is planning out my book, planning out my Oracle deck, writing amazing articles that I've kept in a Google document that I'm ready to just start pumping out. And just really connecting to my reason for being and getting a deeper sense of connection with my intergalactic self, the galactic self that is so much bigger than my human, right? My galactic self that is so interconnected to this universe that I can't even fathom how powerful and interconnected I truly am. And releasing fear around connecting with ETs and releasing fear around opening up my clairvoyance and opening up my channeling and being even more psychic as fuck, being even more psychically interconnected to this universe. And showing up to the world in that way by releasing illusions, releasing the veil, and just really connecting to a powerful sense of being here, of being on this planet right now, really connecting to the importance of being human right now and what I'm here to do. And even though you may feel small, even though you tell yourself you don't have a huge following and therefore you don't make a big impact, that is not true. If you can shift some people's perceptions, if you can help some people red pill and change the way they view themselves and the world, that has a catastrophic shift on the consciousness of humanity. Whether you see that or not, you stop relying on the physical evidence, right? Because what I've come to learn from working with high net worth individuals is that they're beyond the money drama, right? They've got their money needs met, but it hasn't filled every hole. The holes that they feel are completely intangible. And so many of us try and fill this hole inside of us with all these tangible material things like money and possessions and security in a home, right? Security and finances. And then when we get that, we realize there's still a big fucking black weeping hole. And that big black weeping hole is lacking all of the intangible magic of the universe. All of the cosmic connection, that galactic self-knowing, the interconnectedness with the universe, the expression of self through psychic power and the exploration of self through psychic power and the advancement of self through psychic power. And that's why people pay me a lot of money, right, to develop something so intangible like psychic powers, because that is what fills that hole, that big, black, weeping, ghastly hole that they've been carrying around their whole life that they've tried to fill with everything from the external world, and they just can't fill it. That hole gets filled from the advancement of self and the discovery of self and the adventure of self, the creative genius that lives inside that's waiting to just be birthed out into the world. And when that happens, does that hole heal? Because that hole is the separation and the feeling of disconnection. And we try and find separation. We try and fill the void of separation and disconnection in money, in external things. And I'm here to tell you, I work with these people that have all their money needs met, and it doesn't fix anything. It really doesn't. So stop thinking that money is going to solve all your problems, because it doesn't. Some of these people that I've worked with have lots of money, and they're probably some of the saddest people I've ever met. And it's purely because they feel so disconnected and they've tried their whole lives to fill this hole with everything but themselves. So right now, is not the time to be worrying about money. Right now is not the time to be worrying about all your external possessions. I'm having a big throat chakra upgrade for everybody. Right now is the time to be fucking filling that hole. What is going to fill that hole for you? And that is how you show up right now. That is the most profitable and magical and powerful way you can show up for yourself and the planet right now. Stop giving yourself excuses. Stop staying in those old loops. If only I had this, if only I had that, if only I had that. Feeling disconnected from the universe, like you don't get what you want, is what keeps you not getting what you want. So fill that hole and suddenly you get what you want. And you see your external reality change and unfold in front of your eyes exactly how you wish it to be. That is fucking pure magic. That experiencing that is what humanity needs. We all need to be connected to that power. If we were all connected to that power, imagine how different this planet would be. I see a utopia. I see a planet where we're not slaves, where we're sovereign beings, and we all work together and we all share and collaborate and communicate and create together. And that's what I stand for. I stand for a planet where everybody knows that they're an eternal cosmic being having a temporary human experience, and they live in that higher consciousness of love. They share, they create together, they work together, they communicate effectively. And we don't need to be enslaved by systems and corporations and governments that pretend we have free will, right? We live under the illusion of free will. I foresee a utopia where we truly have free will and we're truly capable of fully expressing ourselves in our creative genius because we're not worried in fear, which closes our crown chakras down. So how can you show up now in more of your utopia mindset, right? I'd love to invite you to our 5-day Bewitchment Festival to help you with this. It starts the start of May. 5 days of pure magic. 5 days of pure magic with 4 different mentors for $50, right? I'm losing my voice. Been having a massive throat chakra upgrade the past week. So if you'd like to do that, just click on the link and grab your ticket. You're going to upgrade in consciousness and therefore upgrade in money-making abilities, creative abilities, all of that. $8,000 worth of stuff for $50. So come join us and come into this new consciousness of creative genius and really rock your business right now, even though the world is appearing like everything's failing. Come and join us and flip that on its head and start to really capitalize right now. Really create what you came here to create. I'm so excited to have you there, and it's absolute blessing for me to be able to provide that space for you. So comment what you've taken from this today, how you plan to show up differently in the world. Grab your ticket. And I look forward to really creating magic with you in this 5 days and bearing witness to all of the pure genius that pours out of your being into the world. Much love and magic to you all.